Good morning, everyone. Here's another update for you on the tropics. These are the latest advisories from the National Hurricane Center as of Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. Hurricane Franklin continues to strengthen to the north and east of Turks and Caicos, now a Category 2 storm with maximum sustained winds of 100 miles per hour. And as Franklin continues to move through the warm waters of the Atlantic Ocean, it is likely to continue to strengthen. As a matter of fact, forecast guidance would suggest that Franklin becomes a major hurricane of Category 4 strength as soon as Monday night, which would mean max sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. Very close call with Bermuda, but thankfully for the eastern seaboard, as a matter of fact, Franklin looks to curve to the north and to the east, so no type of impact for the eastern seaboard, and we can actually thank the cold front that stalled out across the Midlands today for pushing Franklin farther and farther away from us, but still very powerful storm deep in the Atlantic Ocean. As of the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, Tropical Depression 10 has strengthened into Tropical Storm Idalia with maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. The center of circulation with Idalia has remained stationary over the last 12 to 24 hours. As a matter of fact, the center of circulation still moving very slowly eastward at 2 miles per hour. It's currently located in the far northwestern Caribbean Sea within the Yucatan Channel. And as we head into tomorrow morning and especially by tomorrow afternoon, we'll eventually see Idalia make a northward turn, making it through the Yucatan Channel and into the very rich and warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. And once it does make it into the Gulf of Mexico, it is also likely to strengthen very quickly by Tuesday morning into a strong tropical storm, even reaching hurricane status before making some type of landfall along the western coast of Florida. Now, keep in mind that these forecast cones and advisories are still going to change since we have so much time in preparation for this storm to make it towards the United States. But certainly we have an idea of at least some type of landfall on Wednesday within the western coast or Big Bend of Florida, and then eventually we'll see it curve off to the north and east, and this is where our localized impacts come into effect. Noticing by Thursday morning, the center of circulation is near the Midlands, and that would mean as a tropical storm with sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. Once we get to Friday morning, Idalia continues to move through the Carolinas and eventually back into the Atlantic Ocean. And by Friday morning, as it moves into the Atlantic Ocean and far away from us, no longer a problem. But once we do see Idalia make its way through the southeast at some point Wednesday night and into Thursday, you can expect strong gusts of wind, anywhere from 40 to 60 miles per hour with this particular storm. Also, there will be some very heavy rain, which means we could have some localized flash flooding. And this rainfall forecast, this takes into account the next 7 days totals worth of rainfall. And you know our pattern turns unsettled today. We get some showers and thunderstorms throughout Monday and Tuesday. And then once we get into Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, and Thursday, those are the main impacts from Idalia. But all across the Palmetto State, it looks like we're getting very close to being locked into 2 to 3 inches of rain. And there could even be some higher amounts of 4, 5, and 6 inches of rain, more dependent upon where we see some of these heavier downpours set up once we get into Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, as well as Thursday morning. And as is the case with many landfalling tropical systems, a brief tornado or two can't be ruled out across the Palmetto State as Idalia curves through the southeast and eventually back into the Atlantic Ocean. So this afternoon and evening, that's the start of our unsettled weather pattern. We keep that in play Monday as well as Tuesday. And then once we get into Wednesday, especially the latter parts of Wednesday evening and night, and into Thursday, this is the prime area where we would have some type of impact from Idalia as it continues to move through the southeast. But the good news is that as Idalia clears into the Atlantic, by Friday we've got some lingering clouds, especially in the morning, maybe a shower still left over, but I think by Friday afternoon it's going to be a lot better out there. Highs only in the low 80s, and then Labor Day weekend looks fantastic. Lots of sunshine, upper 80s Saturday, low 90s on Sunday. We'll hang with the 90s for Labor Day, but thankfully Labor Day weekend looks awesome. Make sure you keep with us for the latest updates from the First Alert Weather Center. We're watching Idalia very closely, and we'll continue to have updates for you on digital, our social platforms. We've also got a rolling web article that you can check out on your app or online, and that'll give you the latest updates and the latest information from the National Hurricane Center.